Good morning, everybody. I had to drop Sue off at her doctor's office, and I don't know how long it's going to take, but I thought I'd do a little video while I'm at Lake Sumter Landings. I'm on the back side. People sometimes are always saying there's not enough parking at Lake Sumter Landings. Well, there's plenty of parking at Lake Sumter Landings. You may not be parked on the square, but you may have to go behind it. But this is the Lake Sumter Landings is on the other side of all them buildings right there. That's the main road coming in Lake Sumter. Whoops, right there. And then it goes around here. The square itself is about right there on the other side of that building. There's Starbucks. There's an aisleway that goes through there. Here's Citizens Bank. Whoops, right here. And I'm just behind the stores. And if you just look around, look at tons and tons and tons of parking back here. The village's main or some of their offices are on that second floor of that building right there. So I thought you might be interested in seeing some of the parking areas behind the square. And this isn't the only parking area. There's tons of parking behind any of the buildings that's at any of the squares. Coming in from the parking lot I was just at, I'm going to turn right here. This is one of the main roads that comes into Lake Sumter. We're going to take this other road up here and kind of go around the outer edges. Oh, I forgot to put my seatbelt on.
That's what I did. You did? Sure. Why, before I started exercise, I couldn't even lift a finger like that. And now? Now I can lift my whole hand, eh? Ray, don't you exercise at all to build up your muscle? Muscle? What's that? You know.
And behind all these buildings, we're still behind all the buildings. That's downtown Lake Sumter, and you can see all these parking lots back here.
Oh, Ray. Don't you ever do any exercise? Sure, I do exercises. Every morning I get up and touch the floor with both feet. Then I take a brisk walk over to the window. I raise the shade, yes? Then I go up with the shade.
And then right there is the restaurant. And right there are the tour buses. We get up here and park the car a little bit. And I'll just do a little bit of a kind of a walk and talk. You know, I should have shut that radio off. That was my XM radio. I don't think I'll get copyrighted there. I listen to old-time radio a lot. I really enjoy the Bickersons and Jack Benny show and stuff like that. I think as far as copyright goes, if there's something over 40 years old, it can't be copyrighted anymore. I think that's the rule. But anyway, so you see across the street over there, see them tour buses all lined up. That's where they park them, and I believe the sales they've changed things here over the years. I think the sales office is right over there, and you'll come outside here on their little patio out here, and these buses will pull up there, and you just get on. It's all free. Grab a little Coke to take with you or something, whatever you want to drink. Get on the bus, and they'll drive you around, chauffeur you around, and there'll be usually a lady, but it could be a man, that sits in the back of the bus with a little microphone and is attached to the speakers, and they'll drive around and they'll point out the villages and some of the points of interest. And I understand there's 3 different tours. One goes to one section, another one goes to another section, so I can't tell you which one that you want to see, but something you might want to ask about when you get down here. This is the Lighthouse. It's a seafood restaurant. It's a popular place. And there you can see why they call it the Lighthouse. They have outside seating on the other side. I don't know if I can get a picture of that or not. I don't want to just walk around people when they're trying to eat. And there's music. I'm going to get copyrighted. See, that's the problem you have here. So I'm just going to keep talking. Somebody says I talk too much. Well, this is why I keep talking, because as long as I keep talking, I don't get copyrighted with that background music. So there's some of the outside seating, but it goes off to the right there. It goes all around the other side of the building. Here's a little compass out front here that you can see, which I hope you can see. It's in the thing. And then over there is the bridge But that's the bridge that was in big controversy about all the village people has to pay to shore that bridge up. But there's the lake. There's the hotel for Lake Sumter. You literally can walk from that hotel to the square, which is right through there. Can you see it right through there? And just for personal interest, I'm walking around the shore here. There's the back side of the waterfront, outside seating here. This is the largest man-made lake in the state of Florida. Somebody told me it was in all of the United States. I'm not telling you that. I'm just repeating what somebody told me. That could be true. I've never Googled it because I really don't care. But I do know it's the largest man-made lake because I was here with a friend of mine that was a salesperson with the village's real estate company, and he was trying to get me to buy a spot down here where all those courtyard villas are, like right over there. And I decided I didn't want to do that. But anyway, this was just a big hole that they were digging, and it was nothing but sand and piles of sand everywhere. There was nothing down here. So I feel kind of privileged to see all this from the ground up. Those sand traps over there is part of the Arnold Palmer Golf Course, the country club. So that's what that is. That sign you see right there, there's so many people that think those signs are up here just for decoration. They're not. They've had the police out here, I can't tell you how many times, telling them to get out of here. And I do know of at least one, you can find it in the village's news, that was arrested. They told him he had to go 2 or 3 times, and he said, I do not. This is a public lake. And there was some big argument that occurred. They're not going to argue with you. They simply called the police. Police told him to leave. He said he didn't have to, so they trespassed him and they put him in jail. I'm sure he didn't put him in jail for very long, but just to know that these signs that's around the boardwalk here at Lake Sumter are for real. They tell you don't feed the alligators. It's against Florida law to feed alligators. Why you'd want to is beyond me, but they do it. They bring their grandkids down here, and I don't know. Adults, I guess you got to blame the adults, not the kids. But I've always liked Lake Sumter. It's probably my favorite square because of all the elements there is around here. The hotel right there, if you have guests and looking for a good place to stay, that hotel I think is one of the best. Probably not the cheapest, but it's one of the best. Sue and Deb done a video of that hotel. All the rooms have been redecorated, and they did a nice little video. They got a tour from one of the hotel managers, and I've been to a wedding. Actually, I've been to Deb's wedding reception over there, and the outside seating in the back is looks over this lake. It was just gorgeous. So all these boats you see out here are just for decorations. They don't run any of these boats. The only thing them boats are really good for out here, other than just the decorations, is it's a good place for all the birds to set. And there's certain times of year when the birds are migrating. This thing will have a lot of white pelicans here. I'm not sure if I ever saw a brown pelican, but I've seen thousands of white pelicans. Here's another kind of disgusting thing. You know, people want to be here because it's so clean. I don't know, I hope my camera picks it up. You see all the cigarette filters floating around in there? And if you're going to smoke, I don't know why you do that. You know, in California, when they have the dry season out there, don't let a police officer on the interstate see you throw a cigarette out the car window. And same here. I don't know. Look, ashtrays. They're all around here. All around this boardwalk's ashtrays. So why is anybody flipping their cigarettes out in the water? Think about it before you do it next time. That's trash. There's a lot of turtles in here. And from down there looking up, they see that, and they might see food and eat that stuff. And it's just not a healthy thing. There's a bunch more of them out there. So I don't know why they would do that. It's a little nippy today. You can see most people that I'm looking at around here, camera's probably not picking it up, but they're wearing jackets, long pants. Right there, those two people there. See, jackets, both of them, long pants. Lady walking on the sidewalk, jacket, long pants. As you can see, not me. But I have been in Florida long enough where I'm acclimated to hot weather. But I can tell you it feels chilly to me, and I don't know what the temperature is right now, but if I had to take a stab in a dark guess, I'm going to say 55, maybe 60. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe even a little cooler, I'm not sure. But today is Monday, January 4th. So I guess you can Google the temperature here today. And it's right around 11:30, right before lunch. And when Sue gets out of the doctor's office, I was thinking real serious about maybe taking a late lunch around here somewhere. I got Cody's, which is right over there. On the other side of Cody's, I think it's Gators Dockside. That little Italian place on the corner, I don't really like it. What's it called? I can't think of it. I mean, it's been here a long time, and everybody likes it. I've been there two or three times. Food's okay, but I'll be quite honest with you. I think Olive Garden's better and had a better price. And then you have City Fire. I don't care about eating at City Fire at all. I don't think you get near as much food. The quality of food seems to be okay, but I don't think you get near as much as for the price you pay. I walk out of there still hungry. So, and I'm not a real big eater. I do like good food, but I can tell you, I'm walking out of a place where I just paid $50 for me and my wife to eat, and I feel like going over to McDonald's and getting a burger on the way home. I mean, something wrong with that, right? Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm eating too much. This is the backside here. There's, like I say, there's the tour buses. Backside to come around here. There's the public restrooms there. Coat, hat, long pants. Coat, hat, long pants. You can tell the residents because people that come up from down here from the north, let's say where it's 13 degrees now, and they come down for a week's vacation. Hell, when they come down here where it's 60 degrees out, they feel, well, yeah, it feels pretty good. I know, because that's where I was. I'm running around here in shorts in 60-degree weather, looking at everybody else, wondering, what are they wearing long pants for? Now, I'm one of them people, but I still got my shorts on. These are all different kinds of office buildings here. That yellow building right there in front of me, that's next to the boardwalk right there. That's public restrooms. Everything here, the way it's designed and the way it's just set up, I feel like it's just much better than any of the other squares. They put a little bit more effort here, probably because this was going to be the signature square. Fox News comes here every year, and this is where they set up, is here. So there's a lot gone for this town square. They've changed it over the years. There was a hotel here, now it's gone. Panera Bread's here. It took over that building. There is a Starbucks here. No other square has a Starbucks. That's really disappointing for me. But when I lived here by this square, I didn't live too far from here. And this was a really neat place. Maybe that's why I like it so much, because that's where our first house was at. This guy's going way too fast. That's one problem you'll see down here in the winter time, especially. I'm going to walk back toward the car, get in the car and move it. I don't want to leave it sitting back here. But if you come down to the Villages for a lifestyle visit, I know where they're going to put you. They're going to be down at Atwood, across the street there from Brownwood, which is a nice area. Nothing wrong with it at all. But if you have a car or have a chance, matter of fact, get in your golf cart, get lost, come up to Lake Sumter, Cruise around the square. Have lunch up here. You're here for a lifestyle visit, you know, so check it out before you think seriously about buying that car or that house for 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. Know your options. And Lake Sumter's a very, very good option. The dancing area and the stage and all that is bigger than any other square, I believe. And when you hear people saying there's not enough parking, that's not true. There's just not enough parking downtown at the square because they don't want to walk. That's what it really boils down to. I'll just say it. There's just a lot of people around here that are just lazy. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that have knee issues or hip issues, and you know, they're just elderly, and it's just hard for them to walk a lot, especially in the summer months when it's 90 degrees out all the time and high humidity. I'm talking about people that are just simply just lazy. Now, I don't do restaurant reviews, but I just drove around to the other side here. I'm kind of going around the lake, and right over there's the hotel. The lighthouse was over that way on the other side of the lake. There's Cody's right there. I pointed that out on the other side of the lake also. And all these restaurants have outside seating on the back. There's a nice restaurant inside that hotel that a lot of people don't know about. I think Sue and Deb done a review on that. No, that was closed. They were there, but it was closed. But they all got outside seating in the back, overlooks the lake. And this place here has had all kinds of troubles. 20 years ago, it was a Fridays restaurant, and they went through some kind of financial difficulty. I think Fridays filed bankruptcy, and so this one was closed. And then it became Jonathan's Steakhouse, and it was run by the people that run, and they don't own it, but I think they rent the building and then they run it. It's called City Fire. And it's a restaurant down there. So they had that. And then Jonathan's didn't make it here either. I don't know what the deal was. I had never been to Jonathan's, but the day that they opened, there was a lot of people that I know that came here, and every one of them told me that save your money. So I did. I didn't go in there. Everybody was telling me that, and it didn't last very long, and it was gone. And then it became Ferraris, that diners, drive-in, and dives guy. I don't think he actually owned it. Actually, I think somebody just paid him to use his name. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it was here, and it didn't last. I don't even think it lasted a year, if that. It was here and gone. Everybody told me the same thing. Overpriced bar food, so it was no good. So I didn't go to that either. But the Chop House, it seems to be a little different. They came in, they redesigned the inside of this in here so it doesn't have that echo problem. It's a little upscale, not too bad as far as price of the food goes, but it's a little up there. But I'd say the average price for dinner for two people, $45, $50. That's average. If you get drinks on top of that, I'm talking wine, whiskey, whatever, it'll be a little bit more. And anyway, we came here, and I've ate here once with our neighbors, and it was much nicer. So this is a pretty good restaurant from what I can see, and I haven't heard any complaints. I haven't heard anybody say anything really negative about it. So other than maybe, price, some people might think it's a little pricey for what it is, and it probably is, but it's just a nice alternative because you're not going to eat here every day. This is one of them places you'll come to maybe, who knows, once a month, once every other month or so. So it's not too bad. This is Barnes & Noble's building here, that big one right there next door to it. I understand Barnes & Noble's going to close their doors. I read something about that in the paper. Why, I don't know. I don't know if it's a nationwide thing or a financial thing. I don't know. It's a big building. They have all kinds of activities that goes on in there. Book signings, people visiting the villages, famous people. And this is all on the backside of the villages once again. So when people say there's not enough parking, that's because they just don't want to walk. There's all kinds of parking everywhere. I mean, you can walk from that hotel right there straight down the sidewalk to 3 or 4 restaurants. There's Gators, there's Cody's. I hope this camera's picking it all up, and the square's just right there. And I've had people that I've met, followers of mine, that sent me emails wanting to know if I could meet them so they could ask us some questions. And I said, sure. And we've came up there and we've talked to them. We've sat at the square and talked to them, and they walk all over. And it's not that far. It may look like it's that far, but it's really not. So anyway, doctors' offices are all around the outskirts of the villages back here, all around. Everything from cardiologist to my dentist is over there somewhere. I can't remember where. Geez, I don't know, man. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff here. I like Lake Sumter Landing Square. I do. Buying a pre-owned home for me doesn't bother me a bit. And matter of fact, if I ever found something up here in my budget, which I know I probably won't, and has a bond that's paid off, that saves you a couple grand a year. I wouldn't hesitate a bit to sell my house that I got down at Brownwood, and I would move up here. Yeah, because the golfing isn't that important to me anymore, and that's how I ended up with the house I got, is because it's like in between, I don't even know, 11, 12, 13 executive courses, all within a 10-minute ride in a golf cart. And I'm also between, I'm trying to think, 1, 2, 3 country clubs. Evans Prairie, Belglade, Bonifay. Yeah, and all those are probably within 10-minute golf cart ride of my house. So when it comes to golf, I'm in a really good location. 10-minute ride, golf cart to Brownwood. You can walk to our postal station in my neighborhood. It's just down the road. She used to walk every day down there until she broke her leg and get the mail. She likes doing that. And our neighborhood pool is actually walkable to that. Our family pool where you take your kids, grandkids, and the rec center, Manatee Rec Center, is probably within a 2-minute golf cart ride, if that, and maybe a 5-minute walk if you wanted to walk. So we're in a really good location. Property values there has went up quite a bit. So yeah, I'd buy a pre-owned home up here. I'm not actively looking, but if something was to pop up and I just happen to be at the right place at the right time, you know how it goes. Yeah, I'd probably consider it. See that? 56 degrees off to the right. That's the outside temperature. 74 degrees in the center there is the temperature I got set for the inside the car. So a while ago when I said it felt like between 55 maybe 60 degrees, I didn't miss it by far. Actually, it probably was a little bit cooler over there by the water, but anyway, it still feels chilly. Everybody's got long pants on, man. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing that I noticed living here full time. Little things like that. You can tell a resident here. They're the ones on a 60-degree sunny day wearing long pants. The visitors, the tourists, as you want to call them, that are here on a 60-degree sunny day that came down from the north, they're the ones still walking around with shorts on, because to them this feels good. I got shorts on because I don't know. I just don't really like wearing long pants. I've gotten so used to wearing shorts down here. The idea of wearing long pants doesn't really appeal to me at all. Those right there are courtyard villas on the back side of Lake Sumter Landing. Those was when they first started building Lake Sumter Landing. It's called Creekside Landing. Those are the ones that I could have bought back in the day. And boy, did I screw up. The price that I could have bought them for back then and the price that they're selling for now, let's just say don't take any investment advice from me. I just went around that roundabout so I could go back the same direction that I was going a while ago. And, that's the easiest way to do things. These roundabouts are really convenient. I'm going to turn right here. There's the Chop House right over there. There's Barnes & Noble. There's the Village's golf car store right over there where it says fuel and all that. To the right here, over here, if you can see, all them courtyard villas, that's Creekside Landing that I was showing the other side of it a while ago. And literally from Creekside Landing, those courtyard villas in there, when they sell them, the square's right over there and all the shopping. So you can see how convenient that is. You can walk anywhere you want to go. And let me see, I want to take you up here. There's one of my favorite places to get breakfast. It's right there, 2J's. We've got a 2J's in Brownwood. I've been there several times. It's okay. Over the years, the company has sold to other people, and they're cheaping out like everything else. Real thin bacon. Instead of getting 4 or 5 strips like the old 2J's used to do, now you're lucky to get 2 skinny, thin nothings. I might have went uh-oh. Hold on.
You have an incoming call.
Hello?
I'm done. Are you parked around here?
No, I was running around doing video. I'm in Winn-Dixie's parking lot.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sitting on the bench. I'll wait on you.
All right, I'm heading that way. Well, you guys heard that phone call. I just got an order. I've got to go. By the way, from Caroline over there where you used to live, you seen them guys come around the corner? There's a tunnel right over there. And this is the way you would come in your golf cart to come to downtown Lake Sumter from Caroline. And it's just literally, you know, straight down the road. Not a big deal at all. So I think I want to go left here. But anyway, that's the Winn-Dixie. It used to be Sweet Bay. Just my opinion. I kind of like Sweet Bay better. Let me see, do I go in here? I'm not sure. This medical thing up here is big. And they have signs for numbers. And some of the numbers that you're looking for are not on the signs. And I don't understand that. Like, what was I looking for a while ago? 144? Saying, look at that sign there. It says 120 to 210 this way. But I want 144. I want to show you something on these signs. So help me with the signs here. Right there. So I go that way to 120. Now if I want 130, anything between 130 and 210, I go straight. Right? Now this could be my fault here because, as you well know if you watch my channel, I'm not the best person in the world when it comes to some of these directions. There's a sign. 130 to 140. And then it goes 150 to 210. Right? So you're seeing the signs. I'm looking for 144. 150 to 170, 180 to 210. So, of course, to any of these signs, there is no 144. But if I go down here, and around this corner right here, and over there, in the corner, you'll see Sue Sutton. Can you see that address on that building right there? In that corner, right over there, right there. 144. According to them signs down there, there is no 144. She's going to hate this. Say hi.